What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. This time I wanted to do a little something different. I wanted to show off a game that I have not played on my channel yet, and it is similar to a game that a few of you may be familiar with called Cortex Command, but it is not Cortex Command. It is actually a game called Planetoid Pioneers, and currently it's gonna go out of early access on February 8th. So keep that in mind. Currently it's still in early access as I record this on the 29th of January. But it's a really fun game, and I've had this for quite a while now. It's a very like freestyle game. It's very it doesn't conform to a lot of the cliches that a lot of other games these days do conform to. Look at this. Okay, so basically what I'm just gonna kind of explain this here. Basically, we crashed on this planet, right, and our goal is to get off. Our goal is to somehow repair our spaceship and get off of the planet. And so, it is 2D, is entirely 2D, which is totally fine. I mean, if they do it right, then it's totally fine. So, I'm totally okay with it being 2D. As you can see, when we mine stuff, it's telling you that we're getting a little bit of our spaceship. And if you mine enough of something, you actually learn how to make it. So see, when I do that, okay, actually that wasn't anything in particular. But sometimes when we mine stuff, see, look at this. That's a junk fuel tank that we're learning how to make. And yeah, it doesn't actually do a lot of stuff. Like, not everything is going to actually do something for you, but you can learn how to make it. So it's something kind of unique about this game. And I do apologize for the congestion, by the way. I'm trying to record, trying to get enough videos out, although I am sick as of late, so apologies for that. Now see, these are something that's really important. It's called crates. And when we when we destroy those, we're actually breaking them down and we're learning how to make crates, and that's very useful. Also, this is a game save. I did not know that. Perhaps that's new. And so we're breaking that down and we're learning how to make that. As you can see, the jump is not super great. Like, it's not something you can really rely on a lot of the time. It's kind of just something like your pioneer, as they call him. Your pioneer will just kind of crouch, like bend the knees, and then just launch up in the air, and it's not always going to be a good situation when that happens. So we are going into some kind of giant mouth here, and you can mine this little cord thing, and then also you can like mine that lamp and stuff like that. And then also you can pick stuff up. Grandpa's rifle, except the guy stole it. The bird stole it. The bird actually stole it. Okay, now if you press E, then you can actually, and you can see my little materials at the top. You got metals, carbon, silicon, and water. If you press E, then you can see the, no, not E. If you right click, then you can see the blueprints that you can have and how progressed they are. And if you want to build it, then you actually click on it. However, currently we do not yet have a complete blueprint yet. So unfortunately, but. So as we progress in here, we will see that, okay, there's a rock and we mine it. It makes sense, we're getting some metals, right? And we're also learning how to actually reconstruct that boulder, which is quite useful. So, so that is useful. Another thing is planks. Okay, so planks are also very useful to reconstruct because they help you get places. You need to be able to make planks in order to, like, okay, for example, here. See, you want to be able to make that plank. And there was already that blueprint there, so we didn't actually need to know the blueprint. We just had to kind of reconstruct it. But if we mine it, now do you see the light is green? So if I right click, I can see construction, and I can see the construction trunk. And, you know, there it is. And then if I go over here and I right click on this, it's going to construct that using carbon and water, right? That's a plank. Now I want to get it back. Okay, because it gives it to me, right? Is it going to give, and now give it to me again, so I can construct it again. I deconstruct it, I get it back, get some of the materials, and then as I continuously do this, and it's not going to do this for very many objects, but as I continuously do this, eventually I can actually build my own junk wooden crate. Now I'm going to build another one, and then you can use that as sort of leverage. I actually didn't. I thought I did. But then you're deconstructing this, right? You're deconstructing a bunch of stuff. You get a lot of materials, and then you can use those materials in the future to do stuff that you need to do. So we're gonna go to construction here, and then A and D, like WAS and D, right? To move. Instead of moving, they're temporarily disabled, and you can instead like rotate it like this. If you do A and S, they don't do anything. And then when you're ready, you just left click and it will construct it, right? And then we've got that. It says tap right click. I don't know why it's telling me to do that, but I know how to play this game. I actually restarted my game just for this video, but yeah. So there's another plank. We actually don't need to deconstruct that unless we actually really needed the materials, which we don't. So we've got a bolt action rifle here, and you can see we're actually aiming it. Now, I think there is a way to switch, as in, is it Q? Yes, it's Q. So you can actually carry two different things at one time, and let's deconstruct this. This is another kind of crate. So there, and also the skeleton, by the way, I think that is a Pioneer, and you can actually construct a, Pioneer Wyatt. And if you get enough of it, then you can actually build a backup body, which is really, really useful, because that is how you get extra lives in this game, is you just construct a backup body. So, zoom. Apparently they want me to zoom out. Okay, so what happens is you switch, you choose Q to select the rifle, then you can shoot this thing, and it kind of cuts them down. This is actually new, I think, because I don't think I was able to do this last time. And there's also that. I don't know what that is, but let's try and deconstruct it here. Also, there's that Pioneer Wyatt, and he's... I shot his legs off. He's still alive, though. And this game is just, I don't know, it's just so freeform, and it's just really cool in that respect. And what is this, Q? Okay, Q is to do that. Weapon, machine pistol? Okay, so there's some more weapons there. And there are mods for this game, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, Q. They want me to shoot this guy until he's dead. Boom. And I think they have unlimited ammo as well. Okay, so you're getting more of the Pioneer Wyatt thing. And if you actually cap out on certain resources, then it will like put it behind you in like a little rock of those resources. Like for water, it'll put it in like a little ice cube, I believe. So that's kind of cool. It's got just kind of a level of immersion to it, right? It's like, it's not like it's really super realistic or anything. It's got this level of immersion, like things just kind of make sense. Like, oh, I'm capped out on that resource, see, so it just makes it there. And you can, of course, mine that, but if you cap out again, then it's going to make it behind you again. See, I capped out on metal, so it makes a little metal rock, like a metal clump there. So you do that, and then we're exploring here. And, oh, guys, I'm so sorry for the congestion. So there's some planks here, and you know, you can deconstruct that, right? You're getting carbon and water because it makes sense, right? The planks used things, the carbon and water to grow, and planks are of course carbon. Okay, and you press E and you can actually grab this, and then you can let go of it. And then now these crates you can't actually deconstruct, okay, but you can throw them, and then of course you can switch back to the rifle if need be, and fire at Pioneer Wyatt. I'm going to try to shoot his head off here. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Okay, so we're going to mine this. We already have the crate, so it's not actually, that part is not actually going to help us. Just deconstructing the crate. But deconstructing Pioneer Wyatt, now look at this. We're almost there. Are we going to get there? Oh, we're almost there. We're so close. Okay, but we're not quite there. And look at this. Now, this is one of the things where it's so cool to play this game, because look, I could just stack up crates like this, which is kind of difficult to do, but you can do. Or if I want to, I can just grab this plank here and I could just build this, and I've got a ton of carbon and water and everything, so I could just build that and just simply walk up, and that's much easier. And then I can even reclaim a few of my materials if I want to, and I've just trapped myself down here again. But I can actually deconstruct the plank again and then reclaim a bunch of my materials, which is really cool. I like to do that. So like I said, very free-form game, and when you're reaching up for a cliff, your Pioneer will actually reach up toward it and try and pull and leverage himself up, which is pretty cool. So let me see, we're gonna build this crate here, and you could do it with the plank or you could do it with the crate. We're just gonna do the crate, and we can mine some of it back here. Actually, we got it all. and then we want to shoot this and get that crate. We got another crate. It looks like it's just a small crate. It's just the name of it. Now we can't actually reconstruct it yet, but we are coming up on something that is really a useful thing to be able to reconstruct, and that is this triangle thing. It's the wooden triangle. Very, very useful. I've used it so many times in my playthroughs, and you can use it to actually get up some steep ridges like this. And what's really cool is that you can use it for this. So if you want to go left, or sorry, if you want to go right, or you can use it this if you want to go left, or you could also use it like this if you need more stability for it. So it works all three ways. Do you see this? So there you go. I'm just going to build it like that, and then you can easily just walk up here. This game, back when I first tried it, was very much unfinished, but they have added a lot more to this. And now we've actually discovered how to make a bolt-action rifle. So if I do that, you can see it takes 3 metal and 1 carbon. So we're actually going to need those materials if we want to construct one. And they gave that to us just in case we lost this rifle here. So we need that because, so you see, this is that yellow and black wire that we saw before, but before we were able to mine it. But now if we try to mine it, we're just not high enough. So can we, what is this? Can I deconstruct? Oh, it's just some materials. Probably so you can make a rifle. So then, so we're just going to shoot it. Boom. And that makes the door open. So after the door is open, then, you know, you can kind of see how we're just kind of like solving puzzles here. But the game gets much more interesting when you can actually get into the more complex stuff. This planet is called Planetoid, and I actually don't know if they've added any other planets, but because the thing is called Planetoid Pioneers, right? So the idea is that you go to different planets. And I've seen some of the other planets, at least when it was like in an earlier version of the game. And they have some like raceoid or something like that. There's like a race planet where you can have like these cars and you can race with it. I don't know if it's online multiplayer. If it is, I might have to do some online multiplayer with my friends. Oh, okay, so here we go. Here's another thing. And this is one where you actually cannot go down there. You have to shoot it, right? With the other one, you probably could have built something and like just a ramp or something, the triangle, and then you probably could have just gone up and mined the thing. But on that one, you actually have to shoot it. So have we been here before? Yes, we've been here before. Do you see this? But now, because of that little roundabout thing that we did, we can actually go to construction, and we can construct a ramp now, and we actually have the means that we need to be able to progress, which is kind of really cool because it's a very natural progression. It's not just like, oh, you can't do this, you can't go to level 2 until you go through level 1 first. It's just like, no, you can't go through level 2 because you don't have the thing that you need to get across. It's very natural, and in that respect, I think it's very well designed. It's not some arbitrary thing. It's just like, no, it's something that you have to go up to, and you just don't have the blueprints that you need. And along the way, you gain some other really good blueprints. Like, I could have just gotten that plank right there, and then I could have just come up here right away. But I didn't, and I ended up getting some blueprints, like for the wooden triangle, which was down here, I believe. And then you also got the crate and the rifle and everything. And so you're much better prepared if you actually continue. And because of that, it just ends up being much, much better. Now, I don't know how to solve that problem, but I can break this wood. I don't know if that's going to help anything. I don't remember some of this, and some of this stuff may be really new. But we also have the capacity to actually build a new kind of plank now. So oh, this is a plank that's attached. Okay, so I know about this kind of thing. You do this, and it's actually attached at the joints. So do you see? It's not strong enough, but it's not strong enough. But that's a thing that's actually attached, and it will attach to different things. So I believe if we maybe just attach it to this, perhaps. Let's see. I don't think it's strong enough. Yeah, it's just not strong enough to hold our weight from us jumping on it. But we can easily, now see, we have some other solutions here. We can just build this triangle right here, and now we're inside the triangle. Okay, and then we can go up here, and then we can make it across this way. However, there is a closed door there, and I don't really know how to solve this problem, but I believe there should be some way where we can actually find a way to throw something up there. Perhaps something like junk. Can I like pick this up? Oh yeah, look at this. I can pick it up. However, we don't have enough force to actually pick that up. So I'm wondering if it's possible to like shoot this. Oh yeah, I did. I shot it. Oh, the wood. There's wood. I didn't even see that. Okay, so if you shoot the wood enough, then it will break and it will make those boulders fall down. So do you see that? So it's kind of giving you, it's making you think a little bit. Like you've got a rifle and you can't actually shoot the thing directly. But, you know, so there's a creature here. And we've got to actually kill it. And then we can actually deconstruct the creature. We could build another one. I don't know if the reconstructed ones are actually on your team or not, but it would be really cool if they are. I don't know if they changed that, because I think there were some issues with it early on where they would just, like, you would reconstruct them, but there would be no purpose because they would still not be on your team. So there is that thing. I don't know what that is, actually. We're going to see if we can shoot these bat-like creatures and see if we can go up there and deconstruct that thing. Perhaps it's a new blueprint or something like that. And we're going to see if we can shoot this. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, dude. Let me shoot you. Let me shoot you. Okay. And this guy's being a douchebag. Okay. But very soon we'll be able to get up there. Oh. What is this? Is it going to blow up? It did blow up. So I suppose it was out of ammo, which is interesting. Okay, so we could just construct another one. It's quite easy. So I guess they have limited ammo. I did not know that. Okay, but we can deconstruct it. It's a prototype fauna bomb. Okay, I did not know that, but now we know. So, and then we've got this wooden triangle, which we're going to build over here. So this game, it does a lot right, and I've got to recommend it. You know, I very seldomly have I ever played a game that is of this nature and actually does so many things right like this. It just feels so unique to play without being overdone, right? What is this? What is this getting me? Oh, nail gun. Okay, so we could do that, and it did open that door there, but also we could possibly. Oh no, there's nothing really to explore there. Okay, so there's nothing there, but we're going to get some more carbon and water from that, from deconstructing that wooden triangle, and then we can just continue on. And I'm just going to continue on for a little bit. I kind of wanted to show this game off. This is definitely one of my favorite games as of late. It's just that because there was so little before, I didn't really feel like I needed to show it off. And we finally got Pioneer Wyatt. So what we can do now, and also this is a junk boulder. It actually takes a ton. It looks like it's just silicon, basically. It's just if you have tons and tons of silicon, then you could just build this junk boulder, and it will just you could just continuously use up your silicon. But now see, look at this. So if we want a backup body, if we're a little bit afraid, we can actually create our own checkpoint. And we could build this Pioneer test dummy, or we could build for much cheaper. It takes much less water. It takes a little bit more silicon, but no metal, right? The dummy takes metal, and it just takes carbon instead. Just build that, and just click. And now it's constructing it. And now when we die, our little soul will float over and we will be playing as Pioneer Wyatt. You could do the same thing with the dummy, and I believe it will just allow you to control the most recently constructed one. So if we constructed Pioneer Wyatt, oh crap. Ah, I see. Probably should have been expecting that, but so if we constructed Pioneer Wyatt, and then we constructed a Pioneer test dummy, I believe that it would first go to the Pioneer test dummy because we had constructed that most recently. I'm not exactly sure, but there is a chance that is how it works. Also, we can deconstruct that and get some carbon, but we don't really need to right now. And we can construct this. It's completely linked up, but it is very weak. We've just got to keep that in mind. That thing is really weak. So it can't really actually hold our weight very well, only in a very controlled situation like what we just did, basically. Okay, so I've got a junk boulder there, and that's going to take a lot of silicon there, which is fine. And then, okay, so this is kind of an interesting situation. By the way, that's an ice cube for when you cap out on water. This is kind of an interesting situation because we've got a wooden triangle here. We could do that. But then what are we going to do after that, right? So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we build a wooden triangle right here, And then we want to maybe do this. Can we do this? It's going to be attached, but I don't know if it'll be sturdy enough to hold our weight. Let's see. Oh, and we barely made it. Okay, so thank goodness we barely made it. So so there's that, and then here's also this metal door that we're deconstructing. It's called a junk cage. I don't know why everything is called junk, but we did that. And then there's all these junk boulders. It looks like they just have a ton of metal. And then we can go down here. Now here is actually something interesting because we're actually going to need one of these junk boulders. I do remember this part. So you take one of these junk boulders and you actually are supposed to throw it down here. If you throw it down here, it'll fall down on there and break that thing. There's also a Pioneer test dummy, so we can actually take control of that if we need to. And you just, in order to get through that, by the way, you just press E to grab a hold of it and then press E to release, and you actually end up behind it. Okay, so now this is a place where you could definitely die, and I think that's why they provide you with the test dummy there. But this is a place where you could definitely die, so you got to be very, very careful. I'm going to put this here, and do you see it gets weighed down, and then those razor things destroy it. We're going to construct this here, and I don't think we can't actually reach that right now, so we need to deconstruct this this thing here. That's bad. That's really bad, actually. I think what we need to do is actually go to the junk boulder and actually just construct a junk boulder here, and then it will hopefully just stop the thing. We just got to stop the gears, because those are basically, they look like saws. They look like saw blades, but what they actually are is just gears that are spinning very, very fast. So what we need to do is we need to just take one here, right? Just take one, and I don't know how I'm going to actually get this guy. Can I actually get... I think what I need to do is just deconstruct them and build new ones. But let's go ahead and build one over here. It's going to take silicon, it looks like, not metal. And we're going to throw it. Do you see that? It did something there. Okay. So we got to just find some way to stop them. Shooting it doesn't work, right? So that won't work. If we build a wooden triangle, let's see what happens to a wooden triangle. It's not going to work, I guarantee you. Even if you do the widest surface area thing. Oh. I'm scared of this. That was a wrong move. That was a wrong move. I'm going to die. Yeah, so I died. I died. I'm going to die. Yeah, it just kind of just pinballs you around. Okay, now it's putting me back on this dummy, right? So now, and it's telling me, okay, it gives me a rifle, right? And it's going to shoot that. It's telling me to print a backup body. So what I need to go is, I need to go to a Pioneer. I need to actually deconstruct this, see if I can get enough materials. I don't actually have enough carbon, which is kind of a little disconcerting, but perhaps I can get that from these lights? No, apparently not. But I can do something else. What is this? Oh, it says do not throw rocks in the thing. Oh yeah, because they get just shot around and stuff. That kind of sucks. Okay, but we're going to deconstruct this. This will give us a lot of carbon, and that will actually allow us to make a Pioneer Wyatt, which is very good. This is also going to make us, it's going to get us a lot of metal, and that's a lot of silicon. Wow, alright, so good. We're just kind of stocking up on materials here. So let's get a Pioneer Wyatt here, and this is just a skeleton, right? It's not a test dummy like we could have hoped for, but it's something. Also, there's some birds. One of those birds is the one that stole my grandpa's rifle. So we need to kill him. We can't build the original Pioneer that we started with, unfortunately. I don't know how you unlock that. I don't know how you, like, deconstruct him or whatever. Deconstruct. It sounds so cold. Okay, but there is a bunch of water here, and I love... Okay, just take a small moment, right? Just take a small moment to just take a look at the effects here. Watch, when I'm doing this deconstruction gun, there's a little bit of kickback on it, right? Do you see that there's a tiny bit of kick to it, a little bit of recoil, and it's actually like knocking me back just a tiny bit. And that is one of the things that is just amazing about this game. Is just the simulated physics are just so cool. It's just really immersive, honestly. And that's one of the things that really makes this game so fun to play. I think this is the beginning. This is not the beginning, actually. It's not the same. But we are gonna shoot this guy. And what did he just shoot out? Are they just dropping blueprints? I can't tell. Boom. But I did kill him. And can we actually deconstruct their bodies? Oh yes. Fauna bird neutral. Okay. And do we actually have to deconstruct it, or can we just collect it? I'm not sure. It's not really saying anything new. But it looked like it was a new blueprint thing. So it's a little bit confusing. Now, this game does, in some ways, sometimes... Oh, I'm back here. I should have gone up there, is what I should have done. So, in the end, what I'm going to have to end up doing is going like... Can I look at the camera here? No, apparently I cannot. But I can't, like, pan around, but I can zoom. So what I was supposed to do is go through here and around here and then up this way. I instead went out here, which I should not have done, but that's what I did. But basically, I mean, I guess that's gonna be the end of this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you want me to play more of this game, then definitely please let me know of that. If you want to support me, then my Patreon is in the description, and also please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy. You know how to support YouTubers, right? Patreon and chill, if you know what I mean. Oh, what's this? But yeah, I really enjoy playing this game, and I would love to actually continue playing this if you guys want me to. Machine pistol. Okay, so that is what we got. We ended up unlocking the machine pistol. But I am gonna save this. I think it saves automatically, actually. Is this, is there like a save? I don't think so. I think it's just if you quit it, then it saves. So, yeah. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.